Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Daily Magic. My name is SlytherinKnight, and I'm so happy you could join me. So today's new daily quest is to cast 20 blue or green spells, and I believe it was this combination that I said next time it showed up, we would be trying something new. So, I have put together a new mono green counters deck. It'll be evident as to why. Most of the cards from it are from the new set. Most of them. Such as Goldvein Hydra. Very scary card to use late game when you have a lot more land to feed into it to make it even more powerful. Vigilance, trample, and haste. If you pour all of your lands into that, boom. Monster, game killer. Love it. So that's one of the new cards. We are running 4 copies of Aftermath Analyst, mainly because of its ability. Once you sacrifice it, you can return all lands from your graveyard to the battlefield, which typically you would think, of the 3 cards being milled, some of those are going to be lands, maybe. But that really ties more into Brokers Hideout and Cabaretti Courtyard. I did not realize both of these lands, those are commons. I didn't know that. I had no idea these were commons. So, yeah, quick grab of 4 copies of that. But anyway, when these come in, enters the battlefield, sacrifice it. When you do, search your library for a basic forest, plains, or island. For us, it's going to be forests. Enters the battlefield tapped, then you gain 1 life. Typically, we'd be wanting to start off with either a Brokers Hideout or a Cabaretti Courtyard. Because as you can clearly see, we don't have none of our cards are single cost. Technically Goldvein Hydra is, but if you play it without a second land, it'll kill itself because it'll come in as a 0/0. So anyway, that's where some of the counters come in. Bristly, Bill, Spine, Sower, landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under control, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. I believe that'll trigger twice with one of these type cards because, say, Cabaretti Courtyard, that goes in, triggers ability, sacrifice it, throw in a new land, trigger ability again. That is my interpretation of that. Naturally, all of these kind of go in with Ozolith, the Shattered Spire. If 1 or more +1/+1 counters would be put on an artifact or a creature you control, that many +1/+1 counter are put on it instead. So, yeah, pretty great. Beastcaller is a staple of most mono green decks, especially ones that have a lot of creatures in them. What else? Kami of Whispered Hopes. Its whole thing is, again, double up, add additional +1 counter if a permanent you control is gaining a +1 counter. And then Kodama of the West Tree just makes everything just a bit more powerful. Modified creatures you control have trample, which will pretty much be everything we have, except for Aftermath Analyst and Bristly Bill, unless we're applying counters to Bristly Bill. Which, yeah, I didn't even explain his ability. For 5 total mana, 3 any color, 2 green, double the number of +1/+1 counters on each creature you control. That is another game ender. That is another win condition, in my opinion. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Ornery Tumblewaagg, Tumblewaagg is another one. This is a devastating card. If you saw a couple episodes ago, this was being used against us. I didn't realize that it's at the beginning of combat, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. I didn't realize it was at every combat. It's insane. And if it attacks while saddled, double the number of +1/+1 counters on target creature. So now you understand why this is mono green counters. Now, a card you could add to this would be Defiler of, I think it's Virtue, is the green Phyrexian card. But as we are, I'd like to keep this a bit cheaper in terms of mana cost. So yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and give this a shot. This will be my first time using this new deck. Let's see what we can do. Alright, Isaac. Let's have a good match. Alright, not a bad start. Again, I would have preferred to have started with one of my sacrificial lands, but that did not happen. Maybe we'll draw one. Oh, that's cool. This is the, I'm recording this on May 1st, and this is the new monthly pet. I guess it's a throwback to an older one, but I think it's really cool. And it's kind of keeping with my more dragon theme when it comes to our companions. Alright, nope, not this turn. That's fine. We'll probably start off with an Aftermath Analyst as a decent blocker. Don't know, we might throw in Bloom-Kin in its disguised form. We'll have to see. Ironcrag, okay. Go ahead and send you in. All creatures, that's not great. I was hoping for lands to go in there, but we can work with it, I guess. Oh, they have their own Goldvein Hydra. Joy. Yeah, that vigilance is not great. But yeah, even on an early turn, you know, even on an early turn, very nice 3/3 trample with haste and vigilance. It's great. So unfortunately we're going to be taking a few hits because we didn't really get the cards we need to really set up 2 Aftermath Analysts. Not the greatest start. Yeah, not the greatest way to start the match, but... Another Goldvein. Big hits. Big hits. But this first match is a good way to figure out what hands we prefer to start with. So far I've come to the decision. Ooh, what is this? Very cool. Like I said, don't see us winning this. I don't have anything strong enough to fight that. I mean, if they're smart, they would just block here and take me out with their flyer. So, because yeah, I can't beat that thing. That's really cool though. Terror of the Peaks. Yeah. Yeah, I knew what its ability did. So definitely not the greatest start, though you don't see people running cards like this very often. The M21 mean it's from the 2021, I think, is when that came out. Yeah. Pretty sure I'm in standard, right? I think so. Another Terror of the Peaks. That's not even... Nice. I have to read that again. I didn't actually read what its ability did. 1 second. Spells your opponents cast that target Terror of the Peaks cost an additional 3 life to cast. Jeez, that's insane. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Terror of the Peaks deals damage equal to that creature's power to any target. That is absurdly powerful. And added on to the fact it only costs 5 mana to play. It's a 5/4 flyer. That is way too powerful. Like, that's insanely powerful. Anyway, so yeah, not the greatest start to things. That's okay. Maybe we'll have a better time in this match. Battle Cow. Okay. Ah, there we go. It's a better way to start things off. Okay. Well, things aren't going well just yet. Playing against another mono green, that's great. Probably send in Tumblewaagg first. Jeez. Painful. That's what this is. This is painful. What is your ability again? Dies, gain 2 life. That's fine. I mean, unfortunately, we're not going to win this because they had a very good opening hand. And we kind of lacked that. I mean, is there even a point to do this? Yes, yeah, it doesn't matter, does it? Yeah. Maybe we'll deal some damage. No? They're just gonna block it. Yeah, this is not going well. Oh, man. When I put a new deck together that I was actually kind of excited to use, I never thought it would go this poorly. But no matter what, obviously we're gonna be keeping this deck and using it again, because truly this is just bad luck. You know, our first opponent had a really good opening hand. Our second opponent had a good opening hand. So really just think it's just bad luck on our part. Or my part, whatever. Anyway, match number 3. Come on, let's do better. Again, 2 of you is not great, but we do have a decent amount of land. Against mono red, that's perfect. Honestly, yeah, this is just bad luck. And it's really annoying, and it's annoying when that happens, but it does. And obviously, see, the thing is, I'm not going to block here, because I wouldn't be surprised if Monstrous Rage, right? Monstrous Rage, one of those cards. Yep, see, I know mono red pretty well. Jeez. I don't know what the better. I like to do this to pull, I guess you. A few lands in there. Right. So it doesn't gain a boost, which is unfortunate. But I mean, if they have a lightning strike in their hand, it's game over. It doesn't matter. But honestly, I have to block with my Bloom-Kin, so that's. Play with fire? No play with fire? No shock? Nothing at all? See, that's the demoralizing thing. They beat me with only having 2 mana. That just hurts. When that happens, it just hurts. At least we'll be able to deal some damage here. Yay, it wasn't a perfect victory. I'm guessing both of those might have been lands. That would make sense. Well played. At least they finished us off quickly, which I can respect that. Man, though, 3 matches, 3 losses. I'm not going to blame, obviously, I'm not going to blame the deck. I do think it has a lot of potential. It's just, we weren't able to get the proper card combinations and draws, and our opponents just had really good hands. But that's okay. Sometimes, yeah, obviously, yeah, you win some, you lose some, and today we lost it all. And that's okay. Like I said, I'll definitely keep using the deck. Might make some alterations, changes to certain cards, but I think the recipe is there. You just have to get it. You just have to be able to pull it, and eventually, maybe I will. But yeah, with that, I'm gonna wrap it up. If you enjoyed this episode, which I do sincerely hope you did, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below. And if you happen to be new to the channel, hello. Welcome, and please do consider subscribing to stay up to date for whenever new content is posted. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you all next time.